Thank you. Good friend of mine from college is he's an Episcopalian minister. And a couple years ago, he decided to get an advanced degree, and he went to Oxford, England. And he got his, I don't know, Doctor of Theology, something like that. And while he was there, he was working at this place called St. Edward's. He was the chaplain, one of the chaplains there. And so I was visiting him, and I knew that he was preaching on Sunday. My father was a minister. I grew up in churches. So I figured I'd go see him working at his craft. So we get up early, eat breakfast, get to the church, which is actually this chapel. It was built in like 1810. Beautiful, beautiful space. We're in there for like an hour or so, talking to the other church guys. And then the services start, and about 20 minutes into it, I have to pee. So I just back my way out, and I go to the offices where the ministers are, because I've been in enough churches as a kid, that's where the bathrooms are. Well, this building was built in 1810, before they had bathrooms, and then sections of the building looked like they were built in maybe like 1850 or maybe 1790. So I'm opening up all these doors, looking for the bathroom, and I can't find them. It's like the history of architecture through doors, and these large doors, and none of them are leading to the loo, as they say. So I go outside. It's got modern buildings there, and but it's Sunday. Everything's closed. Everything's locked up. I got no place to go. And in England, this gentleman sounded like he was, there are no trees. I mean, there's no place. Every square inch is taken up with something. So I'm standing there, and these two like slacker girls, teenage girls, come by in like skinny jeans with angular, partially dyed hair. And I say, excuse me, I'm visiting. I was in the chapel. Can I use the toilet? It's the word you use over there. And they're like, oh yeah, come with us. So I just follow these two 14-year-old slacker girls. So we go to this modern building, and we step into this room, and there's like 35 kids in a circle, and two teachers at the end. And I just walk into there, and the girls say, he has to use the loo. And so there's like 35 of these kind of slacker kids just all staring at me. And what happens is, at St. Teddy's, as they call it, if you go to church, but everybody in England is like an atheist or an agnostic, so if you don't go to church, you have to go to this thing where you talk about your feelings and emotions, and you sit in a big circle on Sunday morning. It's called convocation or something like that. So I walked into there, just this strange Neanderthal man, and they say, he needs to go to the loo. And all the kids look at me, and I walk through this corridor of slacker kids, and I get back to the kitchen. The teacher said, go back to the kitchen. So I get back there. There's a bathroom back there. Everything's fine. Finish. And then I have to go back through this group of kids, and I keep thinking, I'll try to find a way to get out a back door. There is no back door. So then I have to go back through the kids again. So I return through this room of kids, and just as I walk into the room, the teacher says, and now, if you will turn to page 13 of your book, you will see, I walk into the room, the gentleman from the loo. And so, I didn't know how to respond, so I just kind of like, and I was the gentleman from the loo. Walked through them as they all looked at me, and so I'm thinking, years from now, St. Edward's is this school where these leaders of industry, knights, future, 50 years from now, will they be having a class reunion, and they'll say, do you remember that day The gentleman from the loo appeared. Where he came from, no one knows. Where he went, it's like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. And somehow that I was a gentleman, I was in the loo. So that was the day, the first time they saw me, the last time they saw me, I was the gentleman from the loo.